Starting as a new player in GTA Online could get pretty complicated. With all the businesses, jobs and events, the brand new contract DLC, there are a lot of things to think about. So in this video, I'm going to go through everything you need to go through to start earning money and getting rich in GTA Online. But before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you need more guides like this one, I will be posting a lot of them soon, so make sure to get subscribed. Getting back into the video. The first thing you will encounter when you start a new character in GTA Online is the character customization. I would really recommend you using some time to get this done, because if you are unhappy or want to change your appearance later, you'll have to pay a filthy price of 100 grand. And as a beginner, this will be a lot. So take your time and customize your character good, so you don't need to change it later or pay a lot of money to change it. After you're done customizing your character, you will then have the option to skip the tutorial. Do not skip the tutorial. In the tutorial, you may find it boring, but you will earn some money, and if you've never played GTA Online before, you can learn some mechanics and how to drive, etc. When you start the tutorial, you will see a big cutscene where they show you a lot of things in the city. You can just watch this and wait till it's done. When it's done, you will meet LAMAR. He's pulled up in his car, you know, and he will then drive you, telling you about a lot of stuff, giving you a gun and etc. You'll then get to a mission where you're gonna race LAMAR. It's basically the same which car you use to race LAMAR, but I prefer this one because I think it's the fastest. But it's about the same because you will not get this car either way, so you will just use it for this race and try to win. If you win, you will get a bit more money and you will probably level up to level 2 like I did here. I leveled up, so you do get a bit bonus money and some more RP to level up. It's not a lot, but for this sake you should do the tutorial either way if you have played GTA before or not. When you're done with the race, you may think you're now in free mode, but you are not. You're automatically put into a new mission, and this is the first GERALD mission. Basically for this one, just get in the car you just used and drive it to the checkpoint, and when you get to the checkpoint, you will fight a gang for some drugs. Try to be fast about this, because if you see at the map, I did this wrong, but if you see at the map, you can see that the guy with drugs, he will run away and will start driving. So if you can kill him before he gets away, you save a lot more time. As you see, I did not do that, so the car drove away and I had to follow it for a long time. Anyway, when you're done with that, you get back into your car, or you get the drugs, you get back into the car, drive back to the new destination or the checkpoint, and then you're done with the GERALD mission. He will give you some money and you will be done with that. Now you will in some way be put in free roam. You can do whatever you want, but the first thing that will come up is the buying new clothes mission. It's not really a mission, you just need to buy some clothes, but it will come up. It's very easy. Just drive to the checkpoint and then you go into the store and buy some cheap clothes. You don't have to use a lot of money on clothes in the beginning, but if you find something that you do have money for and you actually want to use it, you could consider buying now, but do not buy any more clothes after this. Next up, after you have bought some clothes, is the LAMAR hold up mission, aka robbing a store or a gas station. LAMAR, in a while, he will call you and tell you about a mission. You want to accept that, and then in that mission you are going to go to a store. You're going to rob the store, aka pull out your gun that you got in the tutorial and aim it at the cashier. He will start giving you money. A bonus tip is to shoot the bottles and the stuff in the back. He will do it faster. He will give you money faster. And yeah, you get the money. Then you have the cops on you, so you just need to run out, get in your car, and drive away. This could be a little difficult if you have never played GTA before to lose the cops, but I suggest you going in between alleyways and basically small spaces. Police won't really follow you that much that they will go in there. So try to lose them, or like when they don't see you, and go in small spaces to completely lose them. And after this, you are done with the mission. This is a really important part, and I see many players, aka my friends, doing this, and like they don't do it. They don't know what it is. And it is, you get a free vehicle from a contract called SIMEON in the game. This is really important because I see many of my friends, when they started the game, they drove around with cars they stole. All the time, they didn't have a car. They always drove around in cars they stole until they got to buy their first vehicle. But you do actually get a free vehicle from SIMEON that belongs to you. So when SIMEON, I think he calls you, I'll have the footage on screen so you can see there, but you get a notification from SIMEON and then you steal a car. I suggest going to this right outside LS Customs. There's really good cars here. And then you steal a car. You cannot take a really premium one. It says in the top corner, if you have taken a too premium one, you need to take a kind of standard vehicle. And then you take that, get to the LS Customs. When you get there, you get some instructions on screen. Just do as it says. Respray it in whatever color you want. Then you can leave. And you've actually got your first vehicle. This is now your car. So choose wisely which car you want to pick, because this is actually now your car. You cannot call it to you or anything because you do not have a garage yet, and you do not have a mechanic yet, who is the one who delivers the car to you. So you will always need to go back to the car to get it. But you now have a vehicle that you own, and if someone destroys it, you can call Morse Mutual and they will get you a new one, so you will never lose it. The next thing on the agenda is GERALD wanting you to prove you can shoot. This is a mission. GERALD calls you, or he sends you a text, I think. In the GERALD mission, it will give you a marker, and then you just drive down there. It's a blue line. You just follow that until you get to the mission. It could be a little hard to actually get someone to play with because you need 2 people, including you, so 1 other person in the mission to start it. So it could take some time, but when you finally get a other person in, instantly press start. You don't want to wait anymore because they can leave and then you need to wait a lot more time. So just instantly click start. When you start, you will spawn in this area. If it's just you 2, it's a 1v1. As fun as it is, I play on PC, and of course I meet a modder when I try to do this, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you win or whatever. You get a little more money, but like it doesn't matter. You just need to do the mission, complete the mission, even though you die or something. It doesn't matter. But yeah, you just need to try to shoot all the team and kill them. So either way, if you win or lose, when you're done with the mission, you now will bring up a lot of other tiles. Just click free mode and you will get back to free roam. Now you should be done with all the necessary tutorial stuff. Now you should be completely in free roam. If not, maybe it's something you missed or something I missed. Let me know in the comments if you've not, but you should be in completely free roam. You'll know this if you now will start getting phone calls from all kinds of people telling you to buy stuff, but you do not need to buy anything for now, and do not buy anything for now. Right now we want to save our money for a later time, so do not buy anything, or you'll maybe make mistakes, because you can make some mistakes when you start buying businesses. So don't buy anything right now. The thing we want to do right now is something called contact missions. So as you see on screen now, I go into the pause menu and into jobs, and then Rockstar created. And the ones I like to do is the dispatch. It's from a contact called Martin Madrasso, but I know a lot of people like to do the GERALD, the guy we were talking about earlier. I know a lot of people like to do the GERALD missions, but you can do basically whatever you want. But I suggest you doing Martin Madrasso contract missions, GERALD, or SIMEON. Those three are probably the best, but in this video I'm doing dispatch missions because I did them myself when I was a noob, so I'll do them now too because I think they're pretty easy. If you see here, when I go through this dispatch mission, when I'm done, you'll see I get around 16k. This depends a lot if or how long the mission lasts for. Surprisingly enough, if the mission is shorter, if you use like, okay, let's say if you use 5 minutes on the mission, you will probably get 10k. If you use 10 minutes, you could get 15k. The payment is dependent on how long you use. It's really weird, but that's how it works. So if you can, try to use as long as possible. Either way, when you do this, you want to do this until you're at 50k, and at 50k we'll start doing something else. All right, now that you're at 50k, you can now become something that is called a VIP, and you can do VIP missions. So you go into your interaction menu. If you don't know what the interaction menu is, on PC it's just the button M, but on Xbox, as I play on, or I use an Xbox controller, it's the button with like 2 squares on it and one is over the other. So you can just search it up or whatever is on PlayStation. I think it's the options button or the pause button. Either way, you go into there, as you see I am doing. You scroll down until you see this called Secure Serve. You click into that and it will say become a VIP. The reason we needed to get 50k from those contact missions is because you can only become a VIP if you have over 50k. So if you do not have over 50k, you cannot become a VIP. That's why we need to get 50k before we can do this. But inside here, in the VIP section, you got some options. But you want to click the VIP missions option. And in here, you have a lot of missions. A lot of them is grayed out. You cannot do them because you do not have the necessary vehicles and stuff. But the ones you can do, and actually the best ones to do, is one called Headhunter and one called Sightseer. These two are pretty easy and are the best. Sightseer is probably the easiest one as a noob, but it could take a bit more time than Headhunter. In Sightseer, you need to find 3 packages, and between every package you have a little hack. It's really easy, you'll get the hang of it. And in Headhunter, you will kill 4 targets. So Headhunter is really dependent on how fast you can kill, but in Sightseer it's almost the same every time because you just drive to a location. In this clip, I do Headhunter because I find it pretty easy, but as you can see, I did not find it easy right now because I do not have any of my good guns. So I died and I used a bit more time on it, but it's okay. You may be having this problem too. If you cannot do Headhunter at all, just do Sightseer. You will have a cooldown, but at least Sightseer you can do without even shooting a bullet. Okay, so now you want to do these missions until you are about 200 to 250k you want to have, because in the next part we're now going to buy an apartment, and this is huge. In an apartment, you of course get an apartment where you can change clothes and stuff, but the big things are you unlock a garage where you can have your vehicle, and you can get a mechanic to call your vehicle, and you unlock the OG heists, aka the original heist, aka the first heist. If you're a complete solo player, you will probably not complete this. In the beginning, when I played on Xbox, I was a solo player, and it's impossible to do this because firstly it takes so long for people to join, and it's impossible with randoms. It's hard. Just if you're a solo player, don't do this heist. If you have some friends, like 2 or 3 friends, you can maybe try this, especially if you have 3 friends, because then you're 4. But yeah, my point is, if you have a few friends, you can do this. If you're solo, keep clear of it. Don't do it. Don't waste your time on it. But the main thing we wanted here was the garage, because you garage is a mandatory thing. So yeah, buy the apartment and you will be long on your way to earning millions of dollars. In my next video, I will go over the first business you should buy and invest in. That will basically be a part 2 of this video. If it's already out, it's the video on the right. And if not, I reckon the video on the left will do just fine.